Celtics loss last night. He also used the two, which you used earlier this morning at the start of the show, two guys having career nights excuse. So
they did. I mean, Dylan the villain averages 13 points per game, and last night he had a 36-piece. So, I mean, good for them. And at the end, I get what he's talking about because he put Luke Cornett in a bad position for some reason. I don't know why he was on that side of the court trying to cover either Jaylen Green or the kid Amen. Is it Amen? Amen Thompson.
He's new to their starting lineup too. Yeah. Like that change has helped them a lot.
And he averages like 13. And what do you have? He had a 30-piece, right?
Yeah, so. Game Dog in the Twitch chat says that Joe Mazzulla clearly outcoached by Ime Udoka last night. We talked about that earlier this morning as well.
I would say that last night, I think he got outcoached. I think there was a couple decisions that he made. I mean, he wasted his timeouts at the end of the game. So, challenge, and I forget what the challenge was. Oh, did Drew Holiday, try to pull the seat from underneath them, foul. So, I think last night he got outcoached, but I'm not concerned one bit about this team. They still got I mean, I don't know how you would be. Like, what concerns you?
It just concerns me that I expected that they were going to, at this point in the season, have under 10 losses.
Right.
I mean, they're still on pace to win 60 games.
Okay.
And I would say that you, at the beginning of the season, said nobody's stopping this team, and they've been stopped 15 times.
No. I co-signed Greg's 82-0 because, I was hoping for it. But for me, I knew they were going to be one of the best teams in the NBA.
I mean, what are they, last 20 games, what are they, 500 or just above?
That's a fourth of the season they've been playing 500 as the most talented roster in the sport.
I mean,
that's kind of alarming.
I think they're 500 in the last 10.
Shime could go back and do a quick
because at one point they were, through 16 games, they were 8-8. So, and that was probably last week sometime. I'm not concerned one bit. They're still going to end up the season with.
Can we stipulate that you're not concerned?
No, I mean, because you just keep saying, well, they didn't win. They're not setting a record when it comes to wins. Like, I mean, that's what you're saying.
Be honest, Curtis. Are you just saying you're worried because you hate Joe Mazzulla?
I don't hate anybody.
Well,
but Curtis is probably not worried about it.
But he dislikes Joe Mazzulla. You don't love him.
You say someone hates someone when they don't agree with you. I don't hate him at all. I've never met the guy. I don't know anything about him personally. I really don't. He seems like a family guy.
I didn't mean it as like a personal attack. I just meant it as you disagree a lot with Joe Mazzulla. You don't.
No, I disagree with Wiggy that Joe Mazzulla is the best coach in the NBA, and the rest of the league agrees, considering he didn't get a single vote for Coach of the Year last year.
I would say this, that they're probably going to end the season with more than 51 wins. Correct?
What was their over-under?
I don't know. I think it might have been like 60-something. I'd have to double-check. They're going to put it like this. They're going to end the season with a better record than Ime Udoka had when Ime took them to the NBA Finals.
Right.
And they're going to probably
much better than that.
And they're probably going to go further.
Is this team much more talented than that team?
It's the most talented roster in the league, hands down.
What was their over-under the year they made it to the NBA Finals?
Whoa. Yeah, they have the best player in the NBA. I would say that Drew Holiday and Derek White are not playing up to their level.
They're having off years.
Right, so when you look at the
Or they had exceptional years last year.
Right, when you look at, do they have talent? Yes. I would say they have the best player or one of the top three best.
They got two max guys, first off.
Right. Jaylen Brown's not having the same year he had last year.
Well, that's because he's been assigned a new role.
Porzingis is getting healthy. There's not one team, in my opinion, that whether it's a Western Conference team or an Eastern Conference team, 7-game series that's going to beat them 4 games. So that's why I'm not concerned. When the playoffs come, I am not concerned one bit at all that there's a team that I would even go, yeah, they scare me.
Subaru of New England text line from Rhode Island. Hello, Rhode Island. Thank you so much for supporting the show in Rhode Island. Celtics are 11-10 in the last 21. So 500.
Yep.
Plus.
Yep.
And we won't talk about the coaching staff until they're eliminated.
No, we won't.
That's good.
But that's the way it works in sports.
Really? With the Patriots in the middle of a season going 500, we wouldn't be talking about the coaching?
No. But we're talking, if the Patriots go 500, then that means that they're sitting there in the middle of the season. They're sitting there 4-4.
When the Patriots would lose a game in December to go to 13-3, we would talk about the coaching.
We are talking about a team that is sitting there with the third best record in the NBA that has went 500 in their last 20 games. There's a major difference.
But you would acknowledge starting the season and going 20-5 or whatever it was, and then going 500, adding 11 losses is a little bit concerning.
No, because I knew this team is still good. They're still going to finish the season with 60-plus wins. So my thing was,
and they have the fourth best record. The Rockets are one game ahead of them.
Oh yeah, that's because they've played one more game than the Rockets. All right, so they have the fourth best record in the NBA, and
I mean, 508 texter says Ime was pants down the best coach last night. Hands. What's the expression?
Hands down.
Yeah, he did have on the tightest pants, though. I'll give him that. I mean, he had some nut huggers on last night.
Nothing gets past Courtney.
Yeah, he had some.
How is that getting past me?
No, it was intentional.
Yeah.
Pants down, Ime.
Yeah.
This is Eddie in the car. Good morning, Eddie.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Listen, Wiggy drives me crazy. He's been driving me crazy for years. The problem I have right now is this coach could not get these guys motivated to play a game last night to win that game. With everything that went on in the last road trip, them playing the way they did in L.A., they needed to come home and they needed to show up and they needed to win that game. And this coach cannot motivate this team to win. And Jayson Tatum, when you shoot 8 threes and you missed every single one of them, maybe find another spot and get a little closer. It's just not acceptable. And these guys they just can't turn it on and turn it off. It's not that easy in the NBA. The talent is too good.
I just think
he was 1 for 7.
But that might be, it's me, it's not you kind of an issue with us, Eddie, because like the NBA, it's a different. The players are a different bird than they used to be. So the expectation, I would expect that team against the Los Angeles Lakers, your all-time rival, is going to be up for and in that game to win it. And they weren't, but it's the regular season.
Right.
So these guys don't care. They just don't.
Well, they better care, because right now there's a lot of heat on them, and all of us fans are nervous about what's going on. And if they couldn't get up for Houston last night, then who can you get up for? Your old coach comes to town. You need to come and play that game, and you need to win it going away.
Right. It seems like Ime got up for it.
I get the joke now. I get it now. Yeah.
Right.
It sounds like old man Larry Bird diving on the floor, Tommy points, taking charges, taking elbows.
Yeah.
Man, that's not what the new NBA is.
I understand.
The new NBA is you put yourself in a position, you get into the playoffs, and then you go from there. And they're going to be a team that they'll probably be the second seed. Home court doesn't matter. I think even Mazzulla might have said, and I'm not sure. I felt like I read this somewhere with they're not like concerned about home court.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's the old school mentality, and I hate that way of thinking. Larry Bird would have never done it this way.
Yeah. Well, and a 413 texter would disagree with Eddie and is suggesting that. That was a hard-played game last night. Celtics, Houston's a very good team, and so
they're a good defensive team. Tatum was off, and then it's like, Tatum can't get up for this one. The guy's been playing lights-out basketball all season long. You cannot compare errors. I mean, listen, I love 80s basketball more than anybody. You just can't compare errors, and the game has changed. The players have changed, and yeah, you might be a little disappointed in it, but stop trying to compare Larry Bird to the guys that played today, Tatum and Brown. It was a different type of game.